So here we go, emergency repair on a neck seal. And those of you that travel away and don't have the opportunity to get and have the seal replaced immediately, generally takes a couple of days by the time you bring it in somewhere. So here's what you do. Two things you will need are super glue and sandpaper. You can get the super glue in any of the shops, wherever it is you might be, garages, anywhere like that. Sandpaper might be slightly more difficult to get your hands on. However, if you don't get yourself some sandpaper, then don't bother doing this job, because it will not work. Primarily, I suppose, because there's so much gunk and crap in the latex, that the super glue doesn't really work for a terrible long time. Anyway, so what I generally do is I will take one side of the seal and do a sandpaper all the way along the whole area that I'm going to be bonding one side of the seal to. Okay, that's that. And then here, and all the way, as I say, to the top. Now obviously I'm going to be overlaying this onto that, so I will do the inside of this area similarly. Now, so I've now got that sandpaper there and here. What I then do is I take my super glue, okay, and only what I can fit and squeeze between my index and thumb is what I lay down on the seal. So I come along here with this, like so, little bead of super glue, like so, take this and then overlay one on the other and hold it in place. Okay, when I reckon it's taken, okay, we shall let her go, and now peel her back and work on the next section. Okay, and lay that over top. Squeeze and hold. Okay, lay that back. Another little squeeze. Lay and hold. Decent squeeze on that. Okay, pull her back. Lay it over. Squeeze and hold. Okay. Lay it back. Squeeze and hold. As you can see, this is an old seal that I've just taken off, as I've done a replacement on a keg the other day. So all the way to the top, let her go, squeeze and hold. Okay, so that's effectively the emergency repair done. Okay, just stick your fingers a little bit every now and again. If you want to, what you could do is just to double it ever so slightly. If you wanted to just double that little seam over top, so that you have, because you will end up with one side longer than the other. So have I got that now long enough, do we think? Yeah. Okay, so there's the repair effectively done. Now remember, when you I put the neck seal on after repairing it, there's quite a possibility that it'll actually still be a little bit tighter than it was, but then you must remember that over time neck seal stretch, so it might actually be a nice snug fit. So as you can see, I've done this side earlier. Okay, now as you can see, you can stretch away and no problems. What I will advise is that when you're putting the neck seal on over your head, you wouldn't put it on that way, stretching the actual joint. What I would suggest you do is put your fingers either side of the joint, okay, and then pull it overhead that way. So that way you're stretching the main body of the seal and not where you've done the repair. So that's the repair I've done earlier, and that's the repair I've done now. And as you can see, that will hold, but it'll only hold as long as you're careful putting your fingers either side and stretching the main body of the neck seal over your neck. Super glue, whether you do or you don't know, is water soluble, so that will last. I know I've had a job I done like that lasted me about 3 months before I actually got my hands on a new seal and replaced it. So I know anyway that if you do it correctly and you use the sandpaper, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it matters anyway what kind of super glue. This is just one of these I got in one of these cheap pound stores, and yeah, so there you go, guys. So yeah, that's it, and hope that's helpful to you guys out there when you're away in your travels. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye bye.